and we also shared it with the Henry Ford Legion's health medical staff. I provided some information in here also on some of the work our Immunization Action Coalition is doing. We are creating some additional focus, if you will, on the human papillomavirus vaccination. We're wanting to see that increase. You can see where we're currently at here in the community for males and females for whom the vaccine would be recommended. There was a change in how being complete, if you will, in the series takes place. It used to be 3 doses required, now it's only 2 doses required. So you can see between 16 and 17 we had a kind of a significant jump there. That was simply because the query was now based on 2 instead of 3 doses. So we're working with the Jackson Health Network as well. We want to encourage the establishment of a quality measure within our local clinically integrated network that will, hopefully at some point in time, maybe incentivize providers to do more direct engagement with parents of children in particular who are mostly the target audience for this vaccine. We received a good report on our non-community public water supply program, our evaluation for FY 2017. We met all minimum program requirements, and we're very thankful for the staff that we have at the health department who keep on top of that particular program with our type 2 water supply operators in the community. Greg Braun, one of our sanitarians, was recognized with the County Core Values Award. We're very pleased to be able to do that for our staff from time to time. And there's a little photo there as well. Greg does a lot of work on the on-site wastewater, the private water supply, and the soil erosion sedimentation program and permitting in the community. One other item I'll update real quick on is PFAS and PFOS sampling that's going on at schools and across the state in municipal water supplies, including type 2s. I heard this morning that 450 sites across the state have now been sampled, and that has taken place in 30 counties. And they plan to increase that to 60 sampled counties by mid-September. 89% of the 46 sites here in Jackson County have been sampled, have not received any reports one way or the other of either detection or non-detection at this point in time. Of the 450 though, 21 have detected the contamination levels between 10 and 70 parts per trillion. And based on what I heard this morning that's happening in other counties, if we do have a detection here in Jackson County, it will cause a lot of concerns on the part of the public and people who might have felt that they've been consuming it for X number of years and really don't know what it means. So it's a part per trillion level, but still the number is the number. That's what people will remember. So we're kind of watching out for it real closely, and hope to have some support from MDHHS as well in the risk communication side of this. I've been kind of thinking a little bit about, well, where might we have used this in Jackson County, and learned that it also has been used in the past in chrome plating processes. And we've had a couple of those plants here in Jackson County. Not that they're necessarily contaminating our water supply in any way, but it's important to remember that we too have probably had some of the product used in our community. So that's pretty much everything I had to share today. I'm happy to answer any questions anyone may have on any of the content.
Go ahead, John.
Just one question, Richard. So for those individuals who may end up having a bat in their house or something to that effect, is there an active testing process? Are the bats to be retained and contacted?
Yes.
Okay. And can you just take me through that process and maybe get that out?
Sure. And we've been actually working on providing more of those details that you just described on the health department website. And that comes as a result of some feedback from a member in the community who actually didn't know exactly what to do because the procedures weren't laid out for her. And when I went and investigated, I was just, oh, well, that's interesting. We don't actually tell people what to do with the bat, how to capture it safely, collect it, what to do with it, how to store it, who to call, etc. So we're adding that content. But basically, one of the documents that we have posted, and I don't want people to have to go into a document that's 40 pages long to find the instructions, so we're going to pull it out, is that, you know, police officers, law enforcement have learned how to do this for a number of years. They all carry tennis rackets in their cars. tennis racket is a good way of just kind of swatting the bat down, take the other tennis racket, kind of put them in there and hold them together, tape it up a little bit, and then bring it to the animal shelter where it will be euthanized and sent off for testing. Another way is if a bat is actually hanging on a wall surface someplace, use a coffee can and a piece of cardboard, put the can over it, slip the cardboard under it, tip it over, tape it shut. And then,
Somebody videoing it.
Use the tennis racket then.
yes, so does a fishing net.
I would say I use my fishing net.
Yeah.
Just getting a salmon net. I don't like it.
So, yeah, and just contact us through the health department. If someone encounters a situation after hours, call 911, call dispatch, they'll get in touch with us.
And this is really, again,
Right.
and you happen to have.
Yeah, and any bat, of course, that is captured will be sent to the state lab for testing, and the person who's providing the bat will get the test results back.
Okay.
The concern in particular is a bat that might be present in the house, in a person's bedroom, particularly small children. It's been flying around in there for God knows how long. It's actually considered an exposure,
Okay.
a potential exposure to rabies.
Okay.
And so our nurses will reach out to the family to talk with them about, do you know if the child had any contact with the bat? Were they scratched? Did they handle it at all? Because sometimes some of these bats are kind of lethargic and they don't really know what the heck they're doing in the first place, how they got in the house. And then we evaluate, and usually we have time to wait for the bat to be tested before any kind of prophylaxis starts.
Okay.
The animal shelter is where the actual euthanasia is done. So if it's brought there, we coordinate and communicate with the shelter between the health department and the shelter.
How about if you kill it already?
Well, if you've killed it, and it's still somewhat able to be tested. I mean, if you kill it, put it in, double bag it in plastic bag, you can put it in refrigeration. It needs to be refrigerated, not frozen. Refrigerate it and bring it to the animal shelter the next day. You're welcome.
Anything else? Sure.
Okay.
What?
So what to do if you
Yep.
have that?
Yep,
You know,
yep, we're going to put that up. Sir?
I have a residence on Dale Street and South Street. Would be opposite Milwaukee, would be the through street from the city. The gentleman is operating a garbage company out of it.
Mm-hmm.
The neighbors are upset at the rodent problem that's occurred by him bringing the trucks home and parking them there.
Okay,
Summit Township is attempting to do what it can within its building code and other ordinances that they have. Can the health department help in any way with this matter?
we do coordinate on some of these environmental health-related issues directly with the townships. We usually try to get them to use the existing ordinance or codes that they have to solve the problem. And we do the same with the city if it happens to be in the city. If it's in a township where there is no kind of building code involved or a nuisance ordinance or anything, then we'll exercise the authority we have in the sanitary code to require actions.
I've been informed by a garbage hauler that is very close to the board,
Mm-hmm.
and he's informed me that you're not allowed to park garbage trucks at home if you have a garbage business. You know, if that's what your chosen profession is, you have to have another site because of these issues, and that your trucks have to be empty at the end of the day, and
Yeah.
all of this to follow within the county ordinance. So that's why I was wondering. And I don't know if you've talked to Supervisor Dunn about this yet or not, or if our environmental health people have, and
Yeah.
they may be taking care of it, so you and I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, the first I heard of it.
Okay?
Thanks for bringing it to my attention.
Yes, sir.
We'll follow up on it.
Anything else for Richard? All right, thank you very much.
Great questions.
All right. Okay, we're on to 5A, claims. Okay, all those in favor of sending the claims to the full board, signal by saying aye. Opposed, nay. All right. Other minutes. Daniel, unless I missed it, there is none. Okay. All right, good. September reporting schedule. Department on Aging, Health Department, Lifeways, DHHS, MCF, MSU Extension. And now we're down to 6, public comment. Okay, no public comment. Committee member comments. Okay, I'm hearing none. Okay, it's 12:33, and we are adjourned at the call of the chair.